Hello everyone, this is G-Shock High Fashion channel. Today I'm gonna talk about this watch, how this watch operates, how it works, how to set up the watch, all those basic things, and you know what, I'm gonna try my best not to take too much time. This guy is the GBA-800 model in dark green colorway. As far as the one I'm holding right now, you could grab any color that you like. They all operate on similar module, and that is the CASIO 5554S being stamped on the back plate over here. So check your watch. Alright guys, now let's go to the watch. Right away, we have 5 button operations. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Adjust mode, light, start and reset. At the watch face, it looks really simple though, but if you actually want to operate the functions, they are pretty complicated. So listen up. We have all this index, which won't glow in the dark at all. Only the hours and minutes hand will glow, as being, I'm not sure if you guys could see, there's some sort of lume paint, just tiny bits on there, barely visible, but yeah, they could glow in the dark and you could tell the time. That's it. If you want to see more, if you want to see the whole thing, you could turn on the light down here. Press it once, it will glow 1.5 seconds or 3.0 seconds afterglow, so you need to set that up as well beforehand. It will glow from below this 9 o'clock index, literally below it, for the analogs, or basically the whole watch face, which is really bright. And another one will glow down here, which will glow the entire digital display, so you got everything covered, really bright. And if you turn this button over here for about 3 seconds, it will turn on the auto light as well. Let me tilt the watch real quick. And wait, there it's already turned on. So that's how it works. So moving to digital display, before I will go with this part over here, I'll explain after this. Let me press this thing first. Since this watch didn't have any second hands, this is all that we have. Seconds counter in graphics or in animations in digital, matching with this part over here. So we have 20 pieces of rectangular graphics bar up here, just in case you guys didn't know. And we have 2 more indicator up here, which we will get after this. So in this mode, as you guys can see, this watch looks really simple. Hour, minute, seconds, that's it. The rest just blank. If you want to see more, you need to press this reset button up here at home time, and then we have more display, which is day, date. You could swap between that as well. At the same time, this graphic part will still synchronize with this second counter down there. If I press reset again, we'll go to a digital time display instead, if you prefer this type of display, time and day. Well, I'm not a fan of this, but yeah, press this reset again. Now we're back to this original display. That is the step tracker or step counter display mode, which is the main big feature for this model. Step tracking, that's it. And you guys can see we have not 198 steps being taken already. In my case right now, it will, if I'm not mistaken, have a maximum range from 0 all the way to 999,999 steps, which is a lot of steps. And also, we could set a target step on this piece, if I was going to 500,000 or was it 50,000 every single day. I just set this thing up to only 1,000 steps for in my case right now, and I already reached 198 steps. And we have a graphic display up here to indicate that as well. So if I reach all the way to 1,000 steps, which is my target step, this graphics part will fill in all the way up here. So since I'm just at 200 steps, that's all that I got. And down here is a dot, so that's basically a graph in graphic display about the step as well, every single hours for the past 11 hours. The watch will record every single hour, on that particular hour, how many steps that you had taken, and then record it, display it in graph form. This blinking part is the latest recorded graph. So if I reach 200 meters, if I'm not mistaken, this part will show 2 bars instead. And the way it works is that you have a 3-axis accelerometer, and it will measure your measurement after 10 seconds you made that movement. So if you're just sitting around on the desk and you like just moving your hand, not doing anything, just wiggle around, it won't update this counter over here because it is less than 10 seconds. Although it's still measuring that movement, it just won't update it over here. If you keep moving for over 10 seconds, and then we'll update over here and show you that you have moved how many steps ahead. And the way this thing works is just pretty weird actually. You have a precision to plus minus 3%. That's how CASIO says it in their manual book actually. There are a lot of precautions to take note about this type of technology, or the way that they use to count your steps, that if you didn't wear your watch properly, it won't show the actual measurement. For example, if you keep walking while holding a file or a book or something that's heavy, where your wrist just stick like that, not moving at all, it might consider that type of movement still movement, so it won't measure or add in the steps in here. So keep that in mind as well. You're gonna need to move your wrist at the same time, just like a casual walking. And there are a lot more variables into that as well that would affect how this thing works, so keep that in mind just in case. So don't be mad if this watch didn't measure your steps accurately, right? And also, these steps over here will be automatically reset every midnight each day, or you could just manually reset this as well if you want to do so, if I'm not mistaken, by pressing both of this button at home time right now and clear real quick, but I don't want you to do so. That's that. If you pair the watch to your phone, it will automatically send the steps or this information to your phone and then update it over there, and that is where you could measure the calories burned. And one other interesting feature that this watch has is that it calls us the power saving, where the watch basically turn off this accelerometer function to save the battery when it didn't detect presence of movement for about 2 or 3 minutes. For example, when you left the watch on the desk for over 2 to 3 minutes, it will erase or turn off the accelerometer and result in power saving. When you bring the watch back up, it will turn that back on, and then yeah, start measuring your movement every 10 seconds and then update it over here. That's how it works, so keep that in mind as well. So a lot of things that you guys need to remember over here, and I'm just covering one button. Now let's cover to the next button. Down here is the most important part, which is the Bluetooth functionality. If you just press it once, it's gonna automatically adjust the time. The accuracy of the hours and the minutes on here is again plus minus 15 seconds. If you just press this thing once, one push adjust 1 second. That's what they called it. Basically, turn on this app over here on your phone. Obviously, you need to pair and download the app first, and look at that, the watch time has just been adjusted, and that's how it works. You just need to press this button once and just wait a little bit, and then it will synchronize with your phone and then update the time, which gonna result in really accurate timekeeping. You don't need to do this every single time. The watch itself will automatically perform this 4 times a day, starting at midnight once, and then 6 a.m, 12 in the afternoon, and then 6 p.m, 4 times a day. So basically your watch will keep telling you accurate timekeeping the whole time, as long as this thing is laying around. Alright, as you guys can see, I already paired my watch to the app. I already took like 42 steps, and here is 42 steps right on the phone. And let me just quickly run through what you could do with this page over here, and I'll talk more later on at the end of the video. So this will be the share log. I still couldn't figure out how to use this. Probably need to set up all those timer and all those, which are rarely used, so I cannot have access to this. Depending on how your activities, you might need that, but for me, I don't need that. So we have today activity tab over here. This part is basically the app using your phone as a GPS tracker and track your movement or wherever the place that you have been through when every day basically, and it will show you the step that you had taken at specific dates and route you the map to that specific location as well. This part will fill in as you reach your goal and calories burned, and this is other data that was recorded a week before. As you can see, I've been using this over a week and I haven't reached my target steps every single day, but this one over here is close enough already, so it's cool. Last update over here was at 16th of May, the day I'm filming this part of the video, and we have all activity over here as well, where you're going to be able to see the whole month's data basically in this form of fill-in bars, and it will show how many steps I already taken throughout my whole journey of wearing this type of watch. And that's about it that you can see over here. I'll talk more after this, so stay tuned. And now we have guide over here, which is cool as well. It will show you a real-time time actually. Yeah, look at the hands and look also at the seconds counter down here. We have step tracker, we have countdown timer. You could set this basically just from your phone. That's very cool. All timer. Just create a timer. So look at all these 5 sets of timer. You could set everything over here. You could set this thing again on your watch alone without the need of this phone, but it's gonna be very easy if you could just use your phone. This is a stopwatch. We have target time as well, but instead of just 1, we have 10 target time here. So that is a lot of target time. And you could set this thing up as well. Look at that. Basically similar way you set your time on your smartphone. Similar interface, so that's very cool. Tap to this side over here, and now we will enter the world time on this watch. The watch itself on its own don't have a world time at all. We will only have the dual time feature as being written over here. DT stands for dual time. As you guys can see on the animations over here, the watch is currently showing local time as well, which is in here, the world time feature that is watch. Home time will be written down over here. You cannot change this part at all, although you could swap the world time that you want to set your watch to. So if you press this world time button over here, you will have access to 300 cities worldwide. Will be pointed out with this map over here. You can scroll down, look at all the cities that you want your watch to set to. So let's go to Honolulu instead for no reason at all. Just tap that and then tap set this city to the watch, and basically it will send this world time setting into the dual time function to the watch. So when you enter the dual time function on this watch later on, the time will show this 1654 instead of other time, So that world time was set over here. And just in case you want to swap time over here, you could do so as well right away from the app. Just tap this button in the middle over here. It will swap time between Tokyo time and Honolulu time, right, just like so. And you guys can see that cool animations going on there now. And you kind of like being able to see how the watch face gonna looks like. So home time right now, which will be in Honolulu, which is this position of the hours and the minutes. And it's really cool. If I send this setting to the watch, and it's gonna take a few seconds, and then the watch will move into place matching with this time over here, which is very nice. And if you want to swap it back, just press this button in the middle over here, and then it will swap back. The watch will automatically receive it and then move. If I'm second, yeah, I need to send the setting first off. Yeah, I'm sorry guys. And take a while, then it's move back, which is weird. The watch should be rotating this way instead of this way to save more time, but probably the motors didn't work in such a way, so you want to take us quite some time to use this dual time feature or the world time on this watch. Go to the next one, which is the utility. This is basically the alarm mode. So instead of just manually set every alarm, turn this thing on, set the alarm on this watch using your phone, and then send it to the watch. Send the thing, done. It's very easy and really fast as well with here. If you want to terminate the connection, you cannot press the light button. Pressing the light button won't do anything. Just press any button, 4 button, and then will terminate the connection right away. And then the watch basically, are not connected with the phone at all. However, one more thing that I'd like to share is that at this setting part over here, which is very interesting, they call this the demo mode. Here is where you could have access to other watch out there without needing to buy them first. For example, if I want to use this GPRB arrangement, you could just download the app and press this button over there. And of course, there are no registered data because I haven't bought the watch yet. Yes, and basically, here it is. Literally like I owning the watch right now, even though, yeah, I don't own the watch at all. World time, activity, setting, look at that. So you could play around with this part as well. It's very cool. Interesting 3D map. Depending on where you live, it will connect with your Google map. If your local city don't have 3D map, then you won't have access in this phone or in the watch, so keep that in mind as well. Now back to the watch. I'll cover it more as I'm going with the function. Done with this button over here, and if a second, if you want to find your phone, what they call those, the phone finder, press this button for about 5 seconds instead, and then it will find your phone. Wait a little bit, and there it is. Press any button and we'll shut it up. Let's move to the next one, which is the watch setup. Now, I'm gonna make this part really quick actually. Basically, just press adjust up here at home time and about 2 seconds, and then you could set up the watch. We are now at watch setup. As you guys can see now, we have already set up to 1000 target steps. You could change this if you want to do so with 1000 increment or decrease 1000, ranging from 1000 all the way to 50,000 steps. Target time only. Press this mode, we'll go to the second setting, and then we'll go to the hour setting. You can use both of these buttons over here to change that, add an hour or minus an hour, add a minute or minus a minute. You get the idea. Now you can use this button down here to swap to 12-hour time format or 24-hour time format. Press this mode button to go to the calendar setting, the month setting, the day setting, and then we have the beep tone on or off setting, and then this light afterglow duration is a 3.0 seconds or 1.5 seconds only. Press this mode button, we'll go to the original setting. That is the step target. Now if you press adjust, it will go back into place. The reason I go really fast with this setting is that it's not really important, because you could do all of this just with your phone. Press this adjust button again. Press this low right button to pair your watch to your phone, and then you could push the watch aside, and now we're gonna have a look at the phone to set everything that I just showed you guys just now, and just right away from your phone. Press this setting button over here, CASIO GBA-800 model. You can name this any name you like, actually. It's all up to you. Tutorial, basically the similar thing. This part over here is pretty much self-explanatory. You could do profile setting. Obviously you need to set this one up first before you use the watch in order to have the correct measure steps, calories, and all those things. Self-explanatory as well. I'm just going to highlight this part over here. This is the target steps. You can set that using your phone as well, all the way maximum to 50,000 steps per day. Go back over here, and this is the phone finder setting. Default to 3 type of sounds, and you could set to any music that you have in your phone as well if you want to do so. And down here is the most interesting part. This is all the setting that we just went through just now. You can set everything just with your phone. Just light setting, afterglow to 1.5 seconds. Tap this and it will send the setting to the watch. Or if you want to turn the auto light, press or tap that, send the setting to the watch, and auto light will turn on right away, which is very fast, very convenient, much easier than pressing the button. So that's why it's much better to work with the phone, and the Bluetooth function on this watch really makes the whole thing much easier. And one other thing that you could do with this step tracker mode over here is that the watch could sort of like track your location using your phone. This watch on its own don't have any GPS function at all, but if you go out jogging or exercise wearing this watch and bring along your phone, strap it on your wrist or wherever, this watch will use this phone as a GPS tracker, and it will work or map out your moving roads similar way as when you're using the GPS arrangement. So you could tap this to the activity over here, and it will show you the map, the step you're taking at that exact location, and we'll have a weekly roads where we have already went through, or monthly road. But this part over here is pretty buggy as well. I mean, it's pretty slow depending on the device, but I'm pretty sure that's because of the app itself. It's pretty slow. And you're gonna have all these steps, all this information that's all down here. Go back over here and we'll have this part. This is the goal part. This part is effective with this target step that you set just now. For in my case, we have target step to 4,000. I could send this setting to the watch, and right away the watch will now have 4,000 target steps, 4,000 target steps. Alright, as you guys can see at home page over here, 42 steps already been taken, and calories burned is 1000, matching with this part over here. Alright, this is the interesting part, and also the downside of this watch that I just found out is that when you start, for example, the watch already tracked like 42 steps, and then you decided to go jogging, and then you just jog about 1,000 steps, and you just took about, let's say, 15 minutes, and the minute sensor goes all the way here, right? And you're gonna have like 1,042 steps over here. If you pair this watch to your phone cannot detect that newly added steps yet. You're gonna wait until this mini sense reach all the way to 12 o'clock position or 6 o'clock position. Either one of these, basically the watch will only send the new recorded steps information to your phone after 30 minutes, each 30 minutes basically. So that is a huge bummer. The watch cannot, or the app cannot detect or measure the steps lively. I mean, you're gonna need to wait every 30 minutes, and then you will have your access and then this part of the globe will fill in and you will measure the calories and all those. So that's weird. They should have made that like available, like live step tracking, send it right away anytime you want, but they just don't. Now let's terminate the connection and move this phone out of the way. We're gonna have back to the watch. As you guys could see now, we have set the target step in the watch to 4,000 steps for today. But you can set manually this thing back all the way to 1,000 if you want to do so, and this part wouldn't affect the steps that was set in your phone. So right now the phone is at 4,000 target steps. My watch is at 1,000 target steps. So I could just walk outside and reach 1,000 steps, and then this part will fill in. But when I transfer the data into my phone, the phone will only fill in somewhere around here, because the target step that was set on the phone is 4,000. It won't fill in all the way up here. So keep that in mind as well. Make sure this step on here and on the phone is synced correctly, and then you will have all those information measured very well. I mean, you won't have that confusion at all. You understand what I mean after you own the watch. In case you want to have a look at this display and it is blocking your view, press the light button, press mode while holding the light button, and then it will move out of the way, and yeah, just like that. Now you could operate the function. I already covered about this, and this. Done. Let's press this mode button once. We will enter the mode called the stopwatch. This watch have a very interesting stopwatch feature. I mean, it's very cool. You could press adjust over here to set the target time over here. I mean, you could already set this target time using your phone, but if you don't have your phone laying around, you could use your watch on its own. On and off the target time, press mode. Now we could go to the first target time. You could set 10 sets of target time, obviously. So this is the first one. I already set the target time to, you can set this all the way max to 24 hours actually. Hours, minutes and second, 5 seconds only. Press adjust now, and then I could just press start button down here, and then it will start the time. And when you reach the target time, as being indicated up here, since we turn on the target time, indicator will appear up there as well, telling you guys that yeah, we already reached our target time. And this bar over here will full because we reached our target time already. Let me start this thing again and reset it so you can see what I mean. Look at that, it's already emptied out. When I press this thing again, it will light on just like that, going all the way up there. Down with this part over here, we have two more things. We have lap over here. So in this lap, basically lap mode. So if I start the stopwatch, you know what, let me turn off the target time first. Press adjust over here, turn the target time off, adjust again, and now if I start the stopwatch at lap start, basically this will be the lap mode. Over here will be the how many laps that the time is correlating to. We could store all the way to 200 sets of lap if I'm not mistaken. So press this reset button to record or show the time of the first lap. So 13.13 seconds, 1/100 seconds actually. It will keep displaying the time for about 8 seconds, and then we'll continue showing you guys again the second lap time as being indicated down here as well. So second lap is at 16.93 seconds, and the third lap is at 3.65 seconds. Start, and final lap will be 4.13, and reset this back to 0. So that is for the lap. The difference between lap and split is that if I press adjust, we're not split. So let me show you guys what I mean instead. Press the start button over here, so it will start as usual. If I press reset now, instead of just showing the lap time, it will show split time instead. And look at that. So 10.73 split time for first lap. Press this thing again, will show 15.14, 17.60, and final will be 20.05 elapsed time. So that's how it works over here. And if you want to see even more details, you could press mode and go to the next one, which is called the recall mode. So 6th of May, record information number 16 today. If I press this, any button of this actually, it will go to the first information, which is the first recorded data for the split time is at, first split time is at 10.73. If I press this adjust button over here, it will show the lap time as well. Look at that. Obviously they are still the same because they are at the first lap. So if I press this button over here, it will show 4.41 lap time. the split time is at 15.14. Look at that. Pretty cool, right? Press this button again, we'll go to the next information. Our third lap is at 2.46 and the split time is at 17.60. Press this thing again, we'll go to the final lap at 2.45 and the split time is at 20.05 seconds. If I want to clear this data, I could do so by pressing both of these buttons at the same time. Clear will appear. Alright, if I want to go to the previous recorded data, which is R15, I could just press the adjust button up here for about 2 seconds and we'll move to the 15th recorded data. Basically the same thing again, split time, lap time, but I don't think I recorded anything. Yeah, we have some more over there. Look at that. So basically the same thing again, it will store all the way to 200 sets of recorded information. So that is very cool as well. If you want to reset everything, you could, for example, if I want to reset, now let's go to the R14. I don't think I have much information being stored over here, so it's only gonna show F because this is all that I have. So I want to erase this information. Press both of these buttons at the same time, clear will appear, and bam, it's all gone. So if I want to clear everything, I need to press and hold it for a lot longer actually. Both of this, clear, and keep holding it. Otherwise it can all clear will appear, but alright, sorry. I accidentally erased everything. Anyway, that's it. Done with this recall mode. Press mode now. We'll go to the next one. So in this mode, let's begin by setting up the timer first. So press adjust over here. Very standard, straightforward. You can set this using your phone, but if you don't have it laying around, you can use your watch as well. Down here is called the auto repeat times. How many times you want the timer to repeat itself. It could max all the way to 20 times. For example, if I set this thing to 2 times, so it will auto repeat for about 2 times and then it will stop. Unlike the previous release G-Shock watch, it will like continue going until you press stop. So I'm gonna go with 2 times auto repeat. Press mode now. We'll go to these 5 sets of timer. So this will be the first timer. Timer number 1. I'm gonna set this thing up all the way to a few seconds only. Minutes, and how about just 3 seconds. And then go to timer number 2. Set this thing to how about 5 seconds. And done. Right? This watch also have auto start, so press this reset button over here and count in 5 seconds will appear. Press this thing over there and it will start beeping or start the countdown timer. Look at that. 3, 2, 1, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and it will repeat this again for the second time, and indicator will appear indicating that this is the last timer. And 3, 2, 1, done. It will actually beep at the last 5 seconds. So if you set your watch the timer to 10 seconds or minutes or hour, it will only beep at the last 5 seconds. The rest of the time just blank, no sound at all. Press mode now. We'll go to the next one, which is called the dual time. Not world time, just dual time. 1517 hours. If I want to set this time, I could do so by pressing this adjust button over here. Basically a dual time of any place that you want. For example, you have another time, you want to set the hours or the minutes like every 15 minutes apart, so you could do so as well over here. Look at that, and then press adjust. That's done. If you use your phone, and it will only have default city. If you want more customizable location or time, you could use this watch alone, but they are basically the same thing, you know. About daylight saving time, you could do so by only using your phone, because this is dual time, not world time. You could only set that up at world time, so you're gonna need your phone for that. Alright, basic stuff. So this part is very straightforward. Press mode again, we'll go to the alarms. So I don't think I have to say much over here. We have alarm number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5, and signal as well. Let me turn this thing on real quick. And we cannot set any specific date as well. We could only set the hours and just the minutes. So this part is basic. Don't need to take too much time over here. Press mode and we will go back to home time. And just in case you want to quick access to return back to home time, for example, you are at this timer mode. keep pressing the mode button, it will return back right away to home time without needing to cycle all the way to the functions. Alright, before I end this video, just a quick run through on the task screen, just in case I missed anything. Press 3 buttons at the same time at home time and all will appear. We have a lot of task screen cycle actually. This will be the all task screen, this will be the tilt task screen. We have a FCD, I'm not sure what this means, but we have this deviation, we have this Bluetooth frequency check, we have the beep tone, and back over here. So let's cycle through all again. So when you go to all, press this upper right button instead, press this thing, and then all this graphics should light on. Look at that, and here is everything that you should supposed to see in your watch as well. So PM or AM, we have lap split, we have a lot of graphics down there to display the date and also the day. We have time display, hours, minutes, and second. We have I can't show you guys because the hands is blocking our view. We have steps, we have hand shift, we have alarm up there, and up here we have more graphics and indicator and also Bluetooth logo. I don't think I mentioned this yet. We have two graphics in circle or half a circle shape. That is also an indicator as well. So when both of those just light on playing like that, the watch itself are measuring your steps. So that's very nice indicator as well to tell if your watch is currently measuring your step or not. If both of them aren't blinking, your movement aren't being recorded. If either one of those is blinking, then it's being recorded, so that is an indicator that it is currently working, that now you could just proceed with your workout. When both of those aren't light on at all, that is an indicator, if I'm not mistaken, that the power saving mode is on, the accelerometer is currently being turned off. So done on this part, press this button again, 5554 module. So you don't have to worry much about this part of the task screen. That didn't actually mean anything important, so just keep that in mind. That is all that we have on this 5554 module. It took me like over 20 takes to make this video as accurate as I can, and that is all that I have to share right now. It's a very tiring day. I've been filming a whole day just for this multi demonstration alone. It's very tiring. Alright, that's all guys. I hope you guys found this video useful, informative, and entertaining as well for future reference. If you want to learn more, go check the unboxing review video instead for a quick coverage on the function and all the things that I just talked about just now. But for now, that is all. Thank you very much for watching. This is G-Shock High Fashion channel, and